Welcome to my week 2 team builder for the WCBL. This week is probably going to be my toughest matchup, seeing as how I'm going against Red Matt, coach of the Washington Red Shells. So getting right into it, my team is on the left, his team is on the right, uh, ordered from top to bottom in sort of expectability. However, since this is my toughest matchup, um, basically all the top mons are susceptible to changing with the bottom ones, um, except for Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is basically a 100% chance of being brought this week. Speed ties with my fastest mon, which is Crobat. Sets up the electric terrain, which is useful for getting unburdened with Electric Seed on the Lucha or the Slurpuff. Um, and seeing as how my electric type is not grounded, it will not get the benefit from that. Um, Helps get the fast momentum, and fairy typing is nice for that Kyron Black. Um, yeah. Uh, so basically sets up electric terrain to boost his own electric types. It is his Z-Mon user as well as that Lantern. Um, if Coco is not brought, then this game is 100% more easier for me, because I will not have to play around with the Volt Switch if it's Specs or if it's Z-Move. It's also most like 100% bring, since my electric immunity in Crocodile is weak to that fairy typing. Moving on to the Hawlucha. Hawlucha is pretty likely bring, because with that unburden boost outspeeds my entire team, including Scarfers. Flying Fighting hits a lot of my Mon super effective. Hits Kyron Black super effective, hits Takataka, hits Crocodile, hits Gourgeist, hits Kangaskhan, hits Mega Heracross. All four super effective. Uh, However, it could easily be replaced with Slurpuff down there as his unburden user, because Slurpuff with an Electric Seed boost and then Belly Drum is a really big threat to my team, almost knocking everything out with one hit with that very normal fighting coverage it usually runs with a Belly Drum set. Um, while I'm talking about Slurpuff, why it could possibly be brought besides that Belly Drum set is the fact that it does get sticky webs, so it could slow down my usual Scarf mons such as Crocodile and Kyron Black, which would like to run Scarfs to outspeed that Coco. Usually, it could also be a more defensive set with Calm Mind, Cotton Guard. Not completely out of the question, but Sticky Webs or Belly Drum would most likely be run over that. Moving on to Crawdaunt. Why I have Crawdaunt higher up is because it is his only mon that has stab super effective coverage for my Cresselia. Doesn't have a ghost type, does not have a bug type, which would all be super effective against that Cresselia. So, probably good bring for him. Also, with that Dark Stab, my Water Resist and Gourgeist will be hit super effectively, as well as Crawdont could have the potential to set up Dragon Dances and um, could get some nice coverage with that Poison Jab for Fini, which is probably my best wall for it currently. Maybe the Electros, dependent on the set, could run a Coil Electros set to help wall it. Could easily be banded with Aqua Jet, knockoff, Poison Jab coverage. Crawdont could possibly be replaced with the lower mons because he could go for a bulkier team. This is mainly the reason why this is a tough matchup, because of his mons. He could either run a really fast offensive hitting team, or he could run a bulkier stall team. And my team if brought for one version, will sort of struggle with the other. So, yeah. Moving on to Megalodios. Megalodi is a threat no matter what team it goes against. Calm Mind store powered set is quite destructive. Could just run an offensive set with 4 coverage moves to hit all of my mons for super effective. I do believe it gets Roost, so it could run a bulkier set to stall me out, like the Calm Mind set. And so far, my best answer for that to hit it super effectively with Stab is the Crocodile and the Mega Heracross. And the Chiron Black, but Chiron Black would be slower without a Scarf. And he could also bring that Slurpuff with webs to prevent Chiron Black from outspeeding it, putting it into a good position. Moving on to the Skarmory. Skarmory could easily be brought as his wall, defensive wall for the Crocodile, for the Stakataka, for Mega Heracross, for the Crobat. Yeah, so great defensive wall for all of those mons, as well as hazards. My only form of hazard removal is that Tapu Fini and that Crobat with the Defog, which means I would have to give up some other move on them to run it. So hazards could be really useful against me, even though rocks are actually quite useful for that Chiron Black, for that Crobat, for that Delphox. Spikes is nice for my whole team, except for that Cresselia, Electros, and Crobat. So could easily be bring in a max defense set with rocks and spikes to whittle down my team with a bulkier team. Could easily be replaced with Nidoqueen for those toxic spikes to weaken my bulkier mons out of misty terrain, which could easily replace with his own electric terrain from the Koko. Nidoqueen is also quite bulky, gets a lot of coverage to hit things with. And yeah, moving on to Lantern. Lantern is one of his best answers to Chiron Black. Can take the Bolt Beam coverage. The only other mon on his team that really can is that Miltank. So Lantern could easily be replaced with Miltank. Miltank over Lantern would be for most likely for that Sap Zipper to take grass attacks for Crawdont or Seismitoad if he decides to bring those. Um, yeah, could easily be run Thick Fat, even though Chiron Black's ability nullifies that. So yeah, so that's why most likely Lantern over the Miltank for Chiron Black answer. Because Miltank really isn't willing to take too many ice attacks without Thick Fat working. Lantern is also nice for Volt Switch and Momentum. Like I said, Crocodile, Electric Resist with that water. It is nice to hit Crocodile. Could run an Assault Vest set to really sponge up Counter and Black sets. Could easily run Leftovers with like Toxic to whittle down Cresselia, Electros, other mons that are not under a Misty Terrain. Yeah. Moving on, already covered Slurpuff, already covered Nidoqueen. Seismitoad. Seismitoad is nice because it is a great wall for Stack Attack. It's a good wall for Crobat. It's a good wall for Crocodile. So could easily bring a bulky Fizz Def for those mons. Helps while Tapu Fini. Depending on the set, it could wall Delphox, which could be a problem, and it can stop Electros from getting momentum. Could easily be brought with Stealth Rocks if he doesn't want to bring rocks on Skarmory. So once again, Skarmory, Nidoqueen, and Seismitoad most likely hazard setters to be brought. Interchangeable. Skarmory is probably nicer though, because it does give more resist to mons such as Crocodile. Moving on, Serena. To the last month's Serena. It is a rapid spinner, but my hazards are Crocodile and Sakataka with the Stealth Rock, and both of them would most likely want to run other moves besides Stealth Rock, so not being brought for a Stealth Rocker, or for hazard removal, most likely not to be brought. Gets blown back by Chiron Black, can help deal with Stack Attack, can help deal with Crocodile, but his other mons are better at dealing with those two mons. Does not help with the Gorgeist. Gets blown back by Mega Heracross, gets blown back by Crobat, gets blown back by Delphox. So Grass, not very useful against me. Could be brought with screens though. Slight, like the minimal chance it is brought, it will probably have screens. But yeah. So let us get into my team. First off, I am bringing Princess Dorothy the Tapu Fini. Now that she's gone to the ball, she's calmed down and turned back into her normal self. Leftovers, Misty Surge, Moonblast, Nature's Madness, Defog, Haze. Max HP for bulk, 96 speed is to outspeed Jolly Banded, Crawdont, just so that I do not get blown back by a Poison Jab. Defog like I said, hazard removal is kind of needed against his team if he brings a bulkier stall set with spikes, T-spikes, rocks, webs. Really needed to prevent those from ruining my other mons. Moonblast is nice for that Crawdont, for that Megalati, for that Lucha. Nature's Madness is for his bulkier mons, such as that Lantern, Skarmory, Nidoqueen, Miltank, and Seismitoad, which can all eat up, except for the Nidoqueen, a Water Attack and Moonblast. Um, Haze is to get rid of setup potential, such as Dragon Dance on the Crawdont, Calm Minds on the Megalati, Sword Stance on the Holucha. Which can be a problem. It also helps get rid of his electric terrain, weakening so he doesn't get those electric attack boosts and does not get unburdened from Electric Seed. And yeah, moving on, this week I am going to be bringing Plasmius, Princess Dorothy can take any one hit from the Holucha at +1, even after rocks, but depending on the number of spikes, can take me out. And I believe I can take any one hit from that Megalati. It's also switching for that Draco Meteor, which can do a lot. Coming off of that Plasmius, Crobat, Choice Scarf, Infiltrator. With the speed investment, I am outspeeding Jolly, Unburdened, Boosted, Slurpuff, just in case he does bring the Belly Drum set. Don't want to get all my mons to get knocked out by that. U-turn is there for momentum. Also helps fake out that I am going to be running physical moves when I am indeed bringing a special attacker. Sludge Bomb is nice for that Koko. Will be outspeeding unless itself is scarfed. And knowing that it is Scarf Koko is really beneficial, because then it is not getting damage boosted along with that electric terrain from an item such as Life Form, Specs, Magnet, Expert Belt. Sludge Bomb will be able to knock out Slurpuff after a Belly Drum, even if it gets its Citrus Berry. Heat Wave is nice for that Skarmory, which otherwise could wall my mons. And Giga Drain is for his triple water mons. Any one of them that is brought, just in case it ends up in a 1v1 situation. Also, it helps get recovery on Crobat if he sets up rocks. So this is my check to outspeed all spawns. U-turn is also nice for momentum on that Megalati, which will be taking super effective damage, but basically resists all my other hits. So yeah, answer to his faster mons, and can get a sneaky kill on that Seismitoad with Giga Drain, or on that Skarmory with the Heat Wave. And yeah, so good enough revenge killer. Moving on to my wall of this game is going to be Desiree the Cresselia. This time, Resto, Chesto, Calm Mind, Psychic, Moonblast. Basically hits all his mons for super effective or neutral, except for that Skarmory. Once again, enough speed to outspeed Jolly. Crawdaunt can take any hit from the Lucha. Slurpuff at +6. I believe I can take the play rough. Let me check that damage calc real quick. Cresselia Desiree versus Slurpuff. RU Belly Drum at +6. Yeah. So can take any one hit from Slurpuff after the Belly Drum. And if he is bringing that more offensive set, Psychic will do about 30 to 38% damage against it, and that's without Calm Minds. With the Calm Minds, at +1, I believe. Let me look at his team again real quick. At +1 will be at least two hitting everything except for that Skarmory, but Skarmory is could easily run the Whirlwind though to prevent Calm Mind setup on Cresselia. Now that I think about it, could run the Taunt, but if it is running the physical defensive set like I think, actually I think I need to get to +4 to hit KO it, yeah, with the Psychic. So we'll have to get rid of Skarmory before I start setting up. But besides that, helps me take hits from the Tapu Koko, which is a major threat. Helps me while the Megalodi, which is a threat, outspeeds and kills Crawdaunt, even with the Roselia Berry, I think. Probably should have calced that earlier. That might be useful to know. Roselia Berry. Right? That's the... yeah. That's the Fairy Berry. With the Roselia Berry, he can take a hit from me, but he is not knocking me out with a knockoff unless he's at +1 from Dragon Dancing, and he's adamant. If he's Jolly, it has a chance of taking me out, but if I've used my Resto Chesto, he is not taking me out even at +1, which is nice. Moving on, my other sort of defensive wall is going to be Spectra the Crocodile, this time Assault Vest Intimidate. Once again, with enough speed to outspeed Crawdaunt at Jolly. Foul Play, Earthquake, Fire Fang, Grass Knot. Enough HP and special defense. Bringing a Spadef variant with this Assault Vest helps me 1v1 Seismitoad, helps me 1v1 the Lantern, helps me 1v1 the Tapu Koko with that Fairy attack. I do take a Twinkle Tackle from Modest Tapu Koko. Just making sure that's right. I think I remember that calc correctly. Yeah, we'll be able to take Modest Twinkle Tackle if he is choice specs. Modest, that is going to be a 2-hit KO, even if he's timid. 2-hit KO. Life Orb, very slim chance of 2-hit KOing me, which is nice because then I can guaranteed KO with the Earthquake. If he's Shuka, that's even better because then it is only ever going to be a 3-hit KO against me, even if he is Modest. With this set, Foul Place is nice because if he does bring in that Slurpuff to set up the Belly Drum against my Crocodile, I will be knocking out with Foul Play after the Belly Drum damage and the Citrus Berry recovery. Foul Play will be able to pick up the kill. If he doesn't, go for the Belly Drum as I click Foul Play, and he goes for the attack on me. Not as much damage, but that means I can easily revenge kill it with another Mon. Grass Nut is for the sneaky kill on the Seismitoad, and Fire Fang is so that I have coverage onto the Skarmory, which can be a problem walling me. Also helps take hits from Megalotti, and 2-hit KO with the Foul Play is guaranteed. Intimidate is nice to lower Groudon's attack, so I can take Dogwood. Jet helps deal with that Slurpuff's Belly Drum, helps deal with Lucha, even though I don't really want to take a high jump kick, but you will always have to worry about Protect, so maybe we'll be running Drain Punch instead. I should check that, how much Drain Punch does. Drain Punch will not be able to KO me without any boosts after the Intimidate drop. Don't really have anything to hit the Hawlucha with. Maybe I should run Thunder Fang. Yeah, I'll probably should run Thunder Fang. Does he not get Thunder Fang? Yeah, he does get Thunder Fang. For that, Hawlucha also has a chance of gets also that boost from Electric Terrain, which is nice for that Skarmory with that Thunder Fang. Could have swore I put that on there, but must some trouble transferring over, I guess. Yeah, that is my Crocodile. Moving on to my Wall Breaker is going to be Carbon Black Choice Scarfed. Enough speed to outspeed Nidoqueen, if I remember correctly, and enough speed to outspeed the Koko with the Scarf. Fusion Bolt, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Outrage. Once again, his Bolt Beam resist is that Lantern, which Earth Power will be doing a nice chunk to, unless it's Assault Vest or maybe a Shuckaberry. Once Koko is gone and got some damage on the Skarmory, Outrage. Oh wait, he also has Slurpuff. I don't remember why I'm running Outrage on this instead of Draco. Probably going to change that. But Fusion Bolt gets the boost from the electric terrain. Will most likely knock out that Skarmory. Useful for the Hawlucha. Ice Beam is great coverage for his team, as well as Earth Power. Why did I run out? Rage. Not Flash Cannon. I think Flash Cannon's better. Yeah, Flash Cannon. Fusion Bolt is basically there for the Skarmory and does more to Lucha under electric terrain, I believe. Lucha versus Kyrie. Just making sure. No, Ice Beam will still be doing more if he gets that electric seed. Yeah, so basically Fusion Bolt there is for the boost against Skarmory. And basically coverage for everything else. This is to pick up KOs as a revenge killer, as well as get the chip I need for my win condition. Moving on to that win condition is going to be Ember McLean, the Delphox, Power Z, Blaze, Solar Beam, Sunny Day, Psychic, Flamethrower. Let's just say. Yeah. Kyron Black will not be outspeeding Nidoqueen if it's Scarfed, but highly doubt it will be Scarfed. With this Delphox set, after Fire Z, Sunny Day will be outspeeding all his mons except Scarf Koko or Unburdened Hawlucha. But Delphox can take basically any hit from Hawlucha quite easily, seeing as how I have 124 in HP, which is the leftover from speed that I didn't need. With this coverage, Solar Beam, Psychic, Flamethrower, basically one-shotting almost everything except for the only things that can help while this is that Lantern, the Megalodi, and the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, depending on its bulk investment, can take a Psychic, which is surprising. And that Miltank can 1v1 the Miltank, though, if it is running Zap Zipper over Vic Vet, which probably more likely because of Kyron Black's ability to nullify Vic Vet. So can easily deal with the Miltank by itself. Megalodi is more of a problem. That Megalodios. Let's go with next attacker. No bulk. With no bulk, the maxed Flamethrower is going to do in the sun is 41%. So it's a 3-hit KO. but hopefully I can easily chip down Megalodios with my other mods such as Carbon Black and the Crocodile. Um, Man Flamethrower is doing in the sun is 34%. That is to straight up offensive Megalodios. If it is running max HP, it's doing 28 to 34. So yeah, Megalodi is going to be a problem for sweeping with Delphox. If he doesn't bring it, then yay, that is basically the biggest threat gone. Lantern, even with I believe it's max HP and max special defense, will be 2-hit KO'd by the Solar Beam, and in the sun will not be able to KO me with Scald. Scald is only doing 37%. Most it could possibly, most likely will be doing is with a Volt Switch in electric terrain. 48% max. Without electric terrain, it is going to be that Scald or Surf, or maybe most likely Hydro Pump. Most likely going to be Hydro Pump, which is not even a 2-hit KO on me. Maxed is like 50.9% damage in the sun. What was the other wall? Oh yeah, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, just max HP. Psychic is only a 25% chance to OHKO. Could easily run an Assault Vest offensive set. Psychic will then be a 2-hit KO, and Earth Power, of course, is going to 2-hit KO me. Unless he's running. Nope, even if he's running. Earth Power actually has a chance of knocking me out if he's max special attack. So we'll at least need to drop Nidoqueen to half, or if I can tell if it's Assault Vest. Without the Assault Vest, just need the tiniest bit of chip on it to guarantee the kill. Yeah. So basically, with my other mons, such as Chiron Black, basically can weaken the Nidoqueen, the Lantern, and the Megalodi to the point where Delphox can clean up this game after a sunny day, with the coverage of Flamethrower, Psychic, and Solar Beam. Flamethrower is almost 100% chance to OHKO on Koko, which, if I get the absolute min roll, that's the absolute min roll. So yeah, going to try and set up my position so that Delphox can sweep. Late game, however, we'll probably have to go into Delphox early and pick up a kill on something that is threatening my other mons, and then go from there. That is my team builder for week 2 versus Matt. See you all in the battle, which will probably be coming up later today or tomorrow. Bye-bye.